warming up the calves and the upper body before we do the leg extensions. In this leg extension workout, we're gonna work the entire lower body today and a little bit of upper body right now, just to burn a little bit more calories. Let's just do 2 more of these and 2. Great. Let's add the hips and the shoulders. So up and then side step and punch. Good. Back to the center. Both arms, side step, outer arm, punch. Now we can speed it up. And up, side, punch. Together, both. Great. Don't worry, we're not going to do too many of these. Because the leg extension part is coming. That part's the super fun part, and that's the one that burns the most calories when you work those large muscles. All right, one more here and one more to the side. Great, back to the center. Let's just do a quick little march, and let's work those hip flexors and balance a little bit. Stand straight, shoulders back and down. Now, if you want to hold on, do so. So we're going to bring it in, foot flexed, do a little knee hug, okay? Good, because we're gonna try to bring those knees up high for those leg extensions. Good. And yeah, this is balance. And when you're working balance, you're working core. Good. One more on the other side. Great. All right, I'm gonna get my timer. Okay, so up, and with a flexed foot, you're gonna straighten. If you want to put your hands on your waist, do so. So we want to really straighten that leg out to really work those quadriceps muscles. If you need to externally rotate that other foot, do so. So I'm going to try to lift my leg up as high as I can. So if you have great flexibility and you can lift your leg up here, that's super awesome. All right, so if you need to go low, that's okay. The whole point is not to do this, right? We're not kicking. We're doing these extensions to really strengthen these muscles. And I forgot to hit the timer, so we'll just do a couple more seconds. I forgot to press the start button, and that happens. Let's just do 2 more, 1 and 2. Great, just step it out. All right. You should be warmer right now. Those muscles are really pulsating. All right, other side, balance, lift, and extend. And again, make sure that foot is flexed and you're pausing at the top. And if you can go a little bit higher, I did it again, I forgot to hit the button. And if you want to put your hands on, or one hand on your thigh, you can really feel those muscles working. And I don't want you to lean. Stand up tall, really work on that posture. Your shoulders, don't hunch them. They should be nice and down. I sometimes like to put my fingertips on my shoulders so that my posture is even better. Good. All right, let's do 14 more seconds. If you need to take a break, if you need to tap down every time or every so often, that's okay. Do what you can. All I ask people to do is to do their best and try. Keep a positive attitude. Great. All right, let's give the thighs a little break. We're going to do a lateral lunge. So lateral means you go to the side and this leg is straight. So this leg is straight and this leg is bent. And then you're going to stand, and then we're going to add on to the butt kicks. You're going to push off with this leg and try to kick your butt. All right, and go. So again, this leg is always straight the entire time, and this leg is pretty much bent the whole time. So you're bending, and then you're bending from the back too. So this is amazing. So I'm working my hips, my hamstrings, my thighs, my booty, the entire lower body, except for the calves on this one, but we did those earlier. Great. And this requires balance too. So you're also working your core and you're getting a nice stretch. So make sure the toes are straight. They're not pointed to the side. One more, and booty kick. All right, little step, step, step. If you can just Get some of that achiness out. All right, let's do the other side. Wide feet, toes pointed parallel, straight. Lean to the other side. You're hinging and you're booty kicking. And so when I'm going down, you can't hear my foot slamming on the ground because I'm using strength. So you don't want, see that? Soft landing takes more control and more strength. So if you want to do it slower than me, that's okay. And I'm really getting an amazing stretch on my inner thigh. And my chest is folding forward, but I'm also going to a little squat on one side. One more. Good. And if those are challenging, just rewind it and just do butt kicks, standing butt kicks like this. Or you can just do one at a time and just work up to it. Okay, let's do a plie with a, actually no, let's do more leg extensions. Hello. But let's do a different one this time. Let's do a pointed toe. So this is kind of like Pilates, ballet. So you're gonna balance on one foot. You're gonna lift the leg up, but you're gonna go to the side and you're gonna point the toe. Same thing. All right, press the timer. Stand up tall, lift, and point. If you need to tap down each time, that's okay. So I'm gonna start low, and then I'm gonna work higher. And each time, I'm gonna see if I can go higher and higher. And lots of balance, lots of strength. And again, pause at the top. So I'm gonna go again, start low, and then a little higher, and as high as I can go. And the little pause is just the killer. And a couple more of these, and then we'll switch legs. And good. Yeah. Smack that out. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Especially because I did a workout yesterday and I was doing hack squats with more than my own body weight. I did 135 pounds. Woo! I'm so proud of myself. And you should be too, because you're joining me today. All right, let's do those pointed leg extensions on the other side. Get your balance. Remember, don't lean. That's not helping you. Nice and straight. Work those abs. Okay, lift and press start. Point and extend. And again, if you need to tap down each time, so I'm going to start low. And remember, do that pause where you're pausing at the top to really straighten that leg. I'm going to go a little higher and as high as I can go. And the pause at the top is just a crazy burner, right? Yeah. And again, not this, and we're not doing this. That's fine, but we're not kickboxing. We're not doing cardio right now, although our heart is pumping and we are using our cardiovascular system. But one more, it's not technically cardio. Oh, yeah, okay. Now let's do the plie, reach and stretch. You know, when you work out, your blood goes away from your brain to your muscles, and that's why you can't speak, and that's why you say bread instead of brain. All right, so let's do a plie. So my toes are out, and I'm gonna reach to the ground. Oh my goodness. And then up for a nice little stretch. Let's do 3 more of those. And down, and reach. Down, reach. One more, down, and reach. All right, that was a good workout. All right, let's finish with some wonderful stretches. Feet parallel hip distance, just sink. So that means just bend your knees. Your feet are flat on the ground, and then take one leg and just put it a little bit behind. It's called a staggered stance, and the heels are down, and I'm just bending, and my torso is leaning a little forward. And then let's bring this leg much further back. Flat feet again, toes pointed forward. Hopefully mine aren't cockeyed. Not too bad. You can wind the stance. to make it easier. And so stretching the hamstrings a little bit, mostly the calf. All right, let's do the other side and sink. This just means bend. And then staggered stance, feet flat, toes pointed toward me, straight ahead, and then way back. Foot must be flat. If you can't get that foot completely flat, just bring it a little bit more forward and lean more for more of a stretch. Good. All right, let's really stretch out those hamstrings. All right, heel down, toes up, and take your torso and put it right in line with that thigh, and then reach down like you're trying to reach the shoelaces, and then back up. Let's do 2 more, and reach, and up. Reach, and up. Let's do the other side. Heel up, torso in line with that very straight leg, and reach, and up. Now, if you can reach your toes without rounding your spine, that's cool. Go for it. And good. All right. Let's stretch out those inner thighs that we worked with those lateral lunges. So we're not going to stop. So this is dynamic because we're moving, stretching out the inner thigh. And let's stretch out the quads, the 4 muscles on the front of the leg. Balance or hold on. And the heel is to the butt. The leg is not out. It's not touching. It's right in line with that hip bone. Shoulders back and down. If you want to use both hands, great. Now this does require a lot of balance and some decent mobility in those shoulders. So do what you can. 2 more seconds and lower with control for 3, 2, 1. And let's switch legs. Bend. Keep that bend. Bring that leg up. Now when you're bringing that leg up, you're using your hamstrings, the 3 muscles, large muscles on the back of the leg. Push that shoulder back for good posture and just enjoy that stretch or detest it. A lot of people hate it. I like it because it doesn't hurt. The more you do it, the better it will feel. All right, just quick march in place, shoulder rolls, good. Just step side to side, just work a little bit more of those hips and cool down. So if you're like most people, the main reason why you exercise is to lose weight, right? You want to lose body fat, and exercise, it does burn calories and it will burn fat, but if you want to lose more than just a couple pounds, you gotta change your diet. If you're overweight, you gotta change your diet. So when I was trying to lose weight, I was eating more protein and I was gaining more weight, and I was reducing my carbs because I was eating more protein. You know, you got to have that balance, and it didn't help. I could not get the weight off. What I didn't realize is that certain proteins cause weight gain and fat accumulation because certain proteins are very high in fat, and certain carbohydrates like tortilla chips, pretzels, crackers are the carbohydrates that also cause weight gain. So I learned which carbohydrates are good, which proteins are good, and I also decided to eat a 0 cholesterol diet because my cholesterol was high. And with all these wonderful healthy changes, I lowered my LDL bad cholesterol, I lowered my blood sugars, and I lost that stubborn body fat. So if you want to learn more and eat really delicious food that improves your health, then check out my book, The High 5 Diet, which you can find on my website, thehigh5diet.com. Hope you enjoyed this workout, and I'll see you soon. Bye.